What's up, everybody? Join here. My good friend KJ Henry. How you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Bye week up. I'm resting.
Yeah, I heard you said this week is for Nats, man. Elaborate on that. Just like bye week. Tell the people how dire, like when the bye week comes, it feel like it comes at the perfect time.
Always. Bye week never misses. I think this is probably the latest bye week I've had in all 5 years. With Coach Sweeney alluded to it yesterday. I've been going like 12 weeks straight, including camp. So yeah, getting a chance to just relax and obviously work on us this week, but definitely a chance to relax this week as well and just kind of regain ourselves as we go into this last stretch. Definitely at a perfect time.
For sure, bro. All right, let's talk about last week a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was there in the stands, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I was like, "Woo!"
There you go.
Yeah, it was definitely some adversity. Just your mentality, like being a leader on the team. Like, how do you perceive that game?
Yeah, just came out a little slow. Obviously on both ends, doing some things offensively. Obviously, that's just not like us. DJ said it didn't have his best day, so definitely outside of he's been doing this season. And then defensively, just letting them score in ways that that we didn't really necessarily want them to. Like with any team you playing, they do something well, you want to take that away. And they definitely did what they did very well early in the game. Didn't really take away their strengths. So they kind of just had it their way very early, and obviously coming out homecoming, not how we wanted to start the game for sure, but obviously we're able to turn that thing around in the end.
For sure, and that's like it's crazy that team. I've been telling people, like people don't understand the narratives, how much they play a role into how people like view something. But if people don't really respect Syracuse, that team to me over the past like 5-6 years has given us more trouble than maybe any other team in the league.
Yeah,
like they've always come in and played us competitive, and I feel like definitely like a solid team. I didn't really think y'all were gonna lose, but at some point I was like, oh man, this is not looking too great. And also just one of the things I think is a knock on y'all season, like a lot of Reddick right now, is like we don't play anybody. This might be, I don't know, the records. I don't know what Ross said anything. Y'all have the only team that's won 3 top 25. Like y'all the only team that won 3 top 25 games.
Yeah.
Up to this point. What do you think that speaks of for the team?
Two things. Like it definitely speaks to the talent and the maturity that we have. Just how good we actually are, even though a lot of those games have been close. We're playing good teams, but on the flip side, like it's also funny too because the other top teams in the country maybe aren't playing so many top 25 teams, but that's been us a lot these last 5 years, and everybody's like Clemson's not playing nobody, what I'm saying? So
Right.
I ain't really leaned into that either. Like it's good, Georgia's good, like, and we used to say all the time we can't control who we play, neither can they, so that's been funny to see, like the flip in that instance, like, oh, Clemson's that's like our big stats. Like we play so many top 15 teams, but we playing who we play, and yeah, they've been some close, nail biter games, but obviously come out with the win. So yeah, that's been a little different, but definitely like that we ate no doubt about it.
No doubt. Kind of a little bit on that game. Last thing I want to ask you about the Syracuse game is he had a big play. I think it's really cool how one of your best friends, y'all had almost identical plays. Just walk us through that play and what that meant.
Yeah, 1st and 10 coming out on the drive. Really, that was like the second time we had run, or maybe like third or fourth time we run that blitz, but second time that they had run, giving me that protection, that look. Usually the tight end and the tackle kind of both lock on me a lot of the game. And only one time before I had the tight end just block me one-on-one, and usually have my own plan for how I want to attack tight ends. But giving up the inside, I knew like if I were to get that look again, it was 100%. I knew what I was going to do. I didn't know how I was going to work out, but I knew what I was going to do. And that's the look I got in that moment, just to tackle, sliding away from me and the tight end one-on-one. And so it just kind of clicked right there. It wasn't even really a thought. And the biggest thought I've been trying to tell people is, props to the quarterback. He's very elusive, obviously.
Right.
And, as I'm running, Just like in the split second in my mind, I'm thinking there's no way he doesn't see me. Like I'm thinking it's one of those like how quarterback like looks you off and then it just goes out, right?
Right.
That's about to happen. So I'm kind of like, I watched the video and you can't really tell that I might have slowed down a little bit, but like for a millisecond, I'm like, hold up, let me make sure he's not, you know what I'm saying? And I got a little closer and I was like, oh, he definitely doesn't see me. And then it was a wrap from there. But it's kind of funny because like that plays into about to play. In a couple weeks, a good quarterback in Louisville, obviously elusive. Even the quarterback from Notre Dame is a little bit faster than you want him to be. So
Right.
when you got people that can run, that definitely that thought process. You want to make the play, make the sack. That thought process kind of comes into mind. But I'll tell you this. The play and comparing it to XT, I've yet to like know for sure, but someone told me it was like obviously the same part of the field, kind of looked the same team. Backup quarterback had to come in at both games.
Wow.
Someone was telling me that the score was the same, and I've yet to like confirm that. But if that was the case, that's crazy.
That is the biggest God wink of them all. that would be crazy. Yeah, we definitely gonna have to fact check that and see what's up.
Yeah.
All right, well, so you're sitting at 8-0 like we talked about, and there's kind of like I mean, obviously you want to keep improving, but at the same time, you can only be the best you can be is 8-0. Like, what do you think is left like for this next stretch, like for the next stretch of the season?
Well, yeah, I mean, what's good about this 8-0 is we know, the fans know we have not played a full game of our best ball. So it's great to be 8-0. Don't get me wrong, we're appreciating it. It's been a lot of work that's been put into achieving that up to this point. But we are so hungry to try and find our best ball 4 quarters, bro. So it's good that we have, that's what we're trying to find. That's what we're trying to, search, in these last couple of games, this last stretch.
Right.
And once we find it, because I really do believe we will, it's all about, finding that consistency. So that's kind of the mindset, getting a week off, from with our bodies, but mentally still attacking, the preparation and really trying to shoot, obviously a great opponent, Notre Dame, going away, been in that environment, gets really hot more than, people like to talk about. Is we'd love to put our best ball, on the field for display in about 2 weeks.
And that's the scary part is seeing like how much success, like as far as in the win-loss category that the team has had, but knowing like it's just a lot left out there. And like it's just crazy because whenever we turn on either side of the ball is domination. But then if it could be 4 quarters of that, and hopefully it happens sooner or later, and everybody gets to see and experience it before the season's over. But I just think that's going to be special and scary.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is scary. What are your favorite things to do on a bye week?
Like you alluded to, naps. It's gonna be big. I've been sleeping in, slept in the day. It's gonna be big, definitely. With our boy Bina in the castle, getting the body was like my favorite every week. But definitely focusing on the body. Been able to do this week, and then number one, just going to see the fam, getting back up to North Carolina. Seeing little bro, seeing my nephews, my sisters, mom, dad, just getting to check in. They've been at every game, so it's not like I'm missing them, but definitely getting to just let them know I appreciate them, things like that. That's the number one on the bye week list for sure.
For sure, I think the bye week is like I guess it's a psychological thing. You always feel like I can't go no longer. Like I couldn't wait any longer. Then they finally hear he's like, it just feels like perfect timing. Maybe you could have wait one more week, but it just don't feel like you can't. But one of the things I think is good to always talk about, man, I think, especially being on this side where I'm at now, is I'm able to really have a perception and appreciate it. We got really good, like, the home setup now is just incredible.
Yeah.
But then also just the fans. Like, I feel like our fans are like truly like ride or die. Now they do be having their opinions, now don't get me wrong. But as far as like in the stadium, how special is it to play in Death Valley?
Bro, I saw, and no disrespect to them, but I saw Stanford Stadium, bro. I feel sorry for the boys. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, that's crazy. And you add that up. So just the simple fact that not every college stadium is getting that atmosphere or getting a sold out game week in and week out. And then the next level, the NFL is just a little different feel. As no
It
state
is.
has 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 plus. Like nobody that. And then the fan bases are always mixed. Like this is really like one on one. And so obviously I've appreciated our fans to the fullest, my last 5 years, but really getting to see and understand now, especially like, ending up in my career that this is about over, but this is about the best that it gets in football for real.
Right.
But you have a deeper appreciation. So fans were great. Fans were great when we needed them. I know from a defensive perspective, I'm gonna try and get the crowd hype, but it makes my job easier when they already hype when the defense coming on the field. So I try to hold our fans accountable too. Just to being loud, being disruptive. It should be. We should try and grade the fans every game, and the fans grade on a scale of how many false starts they can cause the opponents. I think we need to start putting them in our grade sheets that we have on Monday, the fan grade, and they did pretty good this week. I'm not gonna lie, probably give them about an A minus. I give them about an A minus because even when we struggling, we still need y'all to cheer. Down 11, still need y'all loud. But they did good. They did good.
Look, I think that's a Clemson fan challenge here, presented by yours truly, Captain America KJ Henry. Is look, y'all will now. How many home games we got left? 2 or 3?
We got 3. We got Louisville, Miami, and South Carolina. I mean,
look, we might be putting out a grade sheet each week. We need false starts. We need fan noise.
yeah,
We need y'all to have a winning grade. Like y'all don't just to come in there. Look, y'all are the 12th man.
Yep, that's exactly.
So look, yeah, heard it here first. We definitely gonna do something with that. Look, 12th man, Clemson fans. Look, best is the standard. Whatever we do,
everything.
Look, we need y'all to come correct. I guess I'm trying to think what else, bro. Like talk about Syracuse. Talk about bye week. I think just to me, it's also like I feel like it's been cool to see the D line at full fledged. Kind of that's been talked about. Talk about how like that's how cool that's been past that's not past 2 games. Was this the first game or the past 2 games?
Yeah, it's been cool. I mean, we honestly like still not in full fledged. Hard to be everybody 100% healthy in this game, but it is cool to have like everybody traveling, everybody on the D line like there. You know what I'm saying? Able to play.
Right.
I know I speak for HT. He's not 100%, and definitely wants to be able to do more. But he's fighting through, for his guys, and that's awesome to see. And then a lot of other guys just working bad. It'll be a great bye week, obviously, to get some guys healthy. But yeah, from a defensive line perspective, knowing how disruptive we can be, it's cool to see, man. It's been fun. It's been fun to, I think from my perspective, it's like when we have these, award defensive player of the games or guys knowing their stats at the games, whatever. It's gratifying and frustrating because I'm not gonna be the guy every game. Like we have too many, and obviously, selfishly, I want to be the guy. I want to be, but I love that I'm not because we have some guys on this D line. So everybody's making plays. Brian TFL, TD sack, Miles sack, Root pass breakup. I mean, it was Maskell TFL. Like everybody on this D line, you swap them in and out, can make a play. So that's not everybody's MO in college football. So that's cool to see.
All right, last couple, bro. Speaking of just kind of some other players on the team, I think it's always cool when like to hear like other players speak other players. But two of the guys who I feel like were crucial in that win were Phil Maffa and Will Shipley. Just talk about how special they are and what you've seen on the day-to-day.
When you rush for 327 yards, you're more than special. You know what I'm saying? You're one of one. You know what I'm saying? Like those boys did a great job. You could just feel in the game that the air attack wasn't there as much as we wanted it to be. Shout out to Clemson. Clemson. Syracuse's back 7. But then shout out to our O-line and those boys running the ball because they really was getting downhill, breaking tackles, and making a way out of no way for real. So they saved the game. Obviously everybody had a foot in it, but they were dominant, a great duo. And I think that running back room, you gotta just kind of have the room of talent. Everybody wants to make everybody better.
Yeah.
That running back room is, I feel like, kind of like our D-line room. Like, anybody can go in, and they're
Right.
just trying to raise each other's play. Like, oh, you graded a 95, I'm trying to grade a 96. You had the one
Right.
time to, like, it's that competitive edge that just makes the whole team better. And Phil playing like that, Shipley's like this, you know what I'm saying? And it's cool to see, man. Especially out of guys that young,
Right.
definitely have the mental maturity to be able to handle something like that. When I was coming in at their age, so definitely wasn't talented enough either. So it,
Yeah.
it's
Um,
cool to see, man.
Bro, last one. Speak about obviously, I loved to me how I feel like Coach Swinney handled the other day. Um, Obviously, man, he's a leader, and like we've seen throughout his career, like throughout our careers, mine, yours, he's made tough decisions
Yeah,
for the betterment of the team. Not necessarily like it's not personal; it's just it's business, and everybody knows that. He
yeah,
obviously made the decision to pull DJ for the time being to just bring the team a spark, and it's to me. This is my perspective. I really commend. I commend DJ for how he's overcome last year and how well he's played this year. On the same time, I also commend Cade because with all the rhetoric, he thought he had a real chance to play. I commend how he's handled this season,
mhm.
and then being ready. So just speak about Cade Klubnik and coming up big for you guys this past week.
Yeah. First off, that's why Coach Swinney just got that big NIL deal to make decisions like this, because that was a tough one. But in the same on the same frame, Cade is. We've seen him in practice. The players know like what Cade's capable of, they're like, like I said, the D line room, like they're making each other better. DJ knows
Right.
Cade. He's got someone behind him who's making him every day. Definitely didn't have the mental fortitude to focus my freshman year. So these guys we bring in now are built different. There's no,
Different.
and the quarterback position, crazy to step in down at home,
Right.
freshman, whatever. You can just keep adding it on, right? To be able to go out there and make a play, let alone lead a comeback. So he's going. All I can say about Cade Klubnik is he's going to be just fine.
Nice.
We are, when he gets his time, we are going to be in great hands. That's definitely something I've learned in my short time with youngins. So anytime either of those boys are playing, I know we got a chance to win the game.
Facts. Well, look, another episode by yours truly, KJ Henry. Appreciate you for coming on, bro. Look, lots of good stuff here. We'll see him shortly.
See y'all.